Hey, good morning. This is Curtis with Tomato Dot Pictures here, and I want to say thanks for listening into my channel. Having a good time doing this show. At this point, it's a brand new website, and I'm still trying to get things together. But I want you guys to know I have a few passions in life. One of my very first passions is people. I love people. I love everybody. I just can't help but just feel love for everybody, and I always think the best of everyone. I want the best for everyone, and I will do my best for everyone. It's just me, just how I like to live. And um, secondarily, my passion is music. I'm an avid musician. I'm primarily a vocalist and a guitarist. I'm also a teacher. I've done so for more than 30 years, and I perform almost everywhere. I love doing that. It's my life. I've done it since I was a child, 8 years old, and I've never really stopped. Just as important to me is gardening. I love the garden. I love to be in the garden. I love to eat healthy. I've been a vegetarian since I was let's say for about 30, almost 30 years, more than 30 years, maybe 32 years. I've been a vegetarian. I love healthy food. I love to feed people healthy food, and I love to grow healthy food. My biggest passion in the garden is growing tomatoes. I love to grow tomatoes. This tomato came from my garden. These tomatoes came from my garden. This tomato came from my garden. This tomato came from my garden. This tomato came from my garden. These tomatoes came from my garden. And from all of those tomatoes, I saved my seeds. I've been doing seed saving for more than 20 years. Every year I save seeds, and I repeat the process. All of these tomatoes that you saw in this video have come from my seeds that I've saved. I save seeds only from the most appropriate varieties, the ones that look most like the type, the original type. So in my garden you wouldn't find a lot of misshapen tomatoes, because I saved the best seeds. I want people to know that I like to grow organic heirloom tomatoes, but I would grow almost any tomato. And heirloom tomatoes do not have to be misshapen and funny shaped, unless they're naturally strange shaped like this one here. Heirloom tomatoes should be good type. Good type. I couldn't show you a tomato that was really misshapen in my garden because I really don't have any this year. I just don't seem to have them much, but also because I grow for seed, I grow in a particular way. My plants are not too close together. I have them in different places, and so that makes for a very good kind of pollination. This one here happens to be my German striped tomato. This is a German striped tomato. Awesome tomato. I love it. Here is my Curtis cheek tomato. This tomato has a long story that I will tell one day. Curtis cheek, named after me. This right here is not fully ripened, but I had to pick it because it was sitting almost on the ground, and I didn't want the critters to get it. So as soon as it changed colors like this yesterday, I picked it. But this is an orange Russian, and I hope to show you this tomato when it's really well ripe. I mean, it's so beautiful. It's probably the most beautiful tomato I ever saw. Yellow green stripes and with blushes, just beautiful all over. So this is orange Russian. Here I have a black crim. You notice some of these tomatoes, they're still a little bit green, and that's because I picked them a bit early, because sometimes the vines break and they touch on the ground, and so I picked them a bit early and just keep them on my windowsill, and they do just fine. Here I have white cherry. These are white cherry tomatoes. Very, very delicious, very prolific. Again, another one I grew. These are my black zebras. They're just now starting to come in. This was actually the first three that I picked yesterday. These are my black zebras here. Just beautiful. And here's another black crim. Just a beautiful tomato. Black crim. And here we have some yellow pears. Yellow pears. Awesome tomatoes. And hold me a second, I'll be right back. This is my bowl. I have a little bit of nuts in here. Tomatoes that I'm going to make some sauce with today. These, how you like that? That's beautiful, isn't it? This is a Sheboygan. Here I have some. See that? These are called Russian Queens, very prolific. Here's another one. And I have some people's favorite here, the garden peaches, garden peach. And I have another Russian here, Curtis cheek. It's a Russian tomato. And I have what is probably the best tasting tomato I've ever had. The Paul Robeson's. Paul Robeson's this variety is an awesome variety. It just is not. I haven't tasted the tomato, and I do a lot of tomato tasting. I haven't tasted a tomato that's quite as good as Paul Robeson. So you want to get some seeds from these. Paul Robeson, Robeson. He was a famous musician. And here's another one, Paul Robeson. These are really prolific on my vine this year, and I expect to have a lot of seeds available. If you would like to get some, just follow me. And okay, here's another black crim tomato right there. And this is my entire seed collection set. I don't have to really mark them. I know what they are. I just I've been around them for a long time. It's like having kids. So yes, that's my seed set here, and I will have a lot of seeds available this year. If you're interested, you can probably go to my website at tomato.pictures or renaissancefarms.org, and you can find all the seeds available. I'm trying to make all those seeds available to you. This year I have maybe about 70 varieties, and I expect to have more next year because I still have maybe another 15 varieties that are still just now coming out and haven't ripened yet. So as far as that goes, hopefully I can make all of those seeds available to you. I have some really nice varieties, a lot of Italian varieties. I have a lot of black varieties, and I have the black, like these here. These are the black brandy wines, not quite as big as the original brandy wine. They're red or the pink, but they're just as tasty. And sometimes when give me a second here. I'll be right there with you. I'll be right there. It's hanging there. Sometimes when I'm not doing anything, I make sauce. Tomato sauce. I'll put this right here. I got a spoon. And this right here is some sauce I made yesterday. And it's as you can see. And today I'm going to find some special pasta. That's phenomenal. I'm going to find some special pasta today, and I'm going to have me some pasta. In my sauces, there's everything that's good and natural, and I don't use any strange stuff. You know, I have to keep it frozen or refrigerated all the time. And it's been a pleasure talking with you. I hope to bring you tens and tens and tens and tens of videos. I like to document things, so you'll see more of me. Thanks for tuning into my new channel, and I hope to hear from you soon. If you need some of these tomato seeds, get with me. I'll have a link on the bottom of this video, and I will definitely hook you up. I save a lot of seeds, so I always have the varieties that I grow. I always have lots of seeds. Just contact me. Happy gardening, happy cooking, happy life.